Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. So today my daughter is going to be coming over, and then a little while after that my daughter-in-law, and we are going to be cooking, making some recipes using my fresh herbs from the garden. So come join us. So Sarah's crew just got here, and we're going to be making some paleo flatbread using my fresh herbs from the garden. Okay. Gang's all here, as you hear, and we're going to try to make some recipes with all the chaos. So I really like cooking with fresh herbs. I grow them right out here, so I just run out and trim it, and makes it really easy and so fresh and yummy. My favorite herbs, some of my favorite herbs are probably rosemary, because it's so easy to grow. I mean, it's really hard to kill this thing, and it's kind of hardy and woody. So I really like cooking with fresh herbs. I grow them right out here, and so I just run out and trim it, and makes it really easy and so fresh and yummy. My favorite herbs, some of my favorite herbs are probably rosemary, because it's so easy to grow, and it's kind of hardy and woodsy, and it has a lot of aroma. Sarah was reminding me it's a ground cover too.
Yeah, it's a ground cover.
It's super hardy.
They use it in California as a ground cover.
Yeah, it's really good in the fall with like pork, and I love to use it in breads and stuff like that. But we'll get started on the grain-free paleo nut bread.
What do we use instead of the grain?
First thing, I got this
labeled
blanched almond flour from Trader Joe's. I just keep that in my Tupperware. And then there's tapioca starch in this, but some people use, you know, a variety of recipes, but this one's my favorite. And then I just do salt and pepper, and I chop up my rosemary. But basically it's pretty even ratios of these two, and then however much water or maybe coconut milk that you want, or almond milk that you want, to make them however thick or thin that you want. So I kind of like them on the thin side because it's just a little less calories.
Well, they're good either way. I've had them, I've never made them before, but she's made them for me, and they're really delicious.
Yeah, and they're so easy.
And you can make them with other things, right? Not just like salt and pepper.
So we'll do
like
that in another video.
Yeah.
We're going to do some sweet desserts for the fall or something. So anyway, we'll get started on this. You want to do a cup and a cup in that, and I'll start working on this.
1 cup of each?
Yeah, yeah. So the easiest way to work on the rosemary is just to peel it right, you know, from the top to the bottom, and just, you can kind of scrape off all the leaves like that. Oh, it smells so, so good.
I'm already making a mess over here.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
I don't know why I allow her in my kitchen.
I never have used cassava or tapioca flour. This is everywhere.
The tapioca starch?
Oh, it's starch, not flour.
Right, right, right. Salt and pepper.
What's the difference between tapioca starch and tapioca flour?
I don't know.
The kids are in the pool in the background if you hear them yelling. They're so cute over there.
They're old enough now to where you can see them, and
they're on the donut together. So cute.
The way I store them,
clean up this mess.
you know, I just go out there once every couple of weeks or whatever, and whack it back, and then I just get a bag, line it with paper towels, just so it keeps the moisture off of the herbs, and it stays nice longer. The paper towel really, really helps.
So do I stir this now?
Okay, so what we've done here is we've added a cup of almond flour, a cup of tapioca, and then I would gauge the water. I'd start out with a cup of water, so it's 1 to 1 to 1. That's pretty easy. You can gauge how thick you want the bread, or tortillas, or crepes, or whatever you want to call them. Okay, we're also going to add a ½ teaspoon of garlic, and salt and pepper to taste.
Mix. Ooh, that smells so good. I'm really hungry right now.
Well, I got my NutriBullet out, and that's how I like to mince up my rosemary.
Now, can you use like dried rosemary in this also?
You could. I just don't think it'd be as flavorful. Okay, so just blend that up. You got to push down. It's super loud.
Is that all?
A little bit more. Okay, that's good.
So it's really chopped up.
Yeah, just make sure you get all the little brown stems.
Yeah, because the stems are pretty thick.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
Yeah.
So it's super fresh, pretty color. Okay, so we're just gonna start putting those on the pan.
So it actually looks like the rosemary is not heavy, it's actually light, so it's like floating.
So
you can see.
Oh.
Yeah, looks pretty though.
So I've been told it's a little healthier to cook with a light olive oil. It doesn't have as high of a burn rate.
So you can cook it on a higher heat?
Yeah.
This is about the consistency you want for what?
You know.
What thickness?
I would say like a tortilla. Just make sure whenever you get a scoop here, it's all nicely mixed. And have
you want to get your rosemary in there.
Have your pan hot. Make sure your pan is hot when you start.
So, pan's hot enough?
And it's sizzling. And you just want to kind of, you know, make it however big you want it. If you want small ones, or maybe your husband likes them and he likes them big.
So do they not, do they always kind of just go around the edges like that? They're not always like perfect little pancakes?
You can mess with it if you want. Make sure you don't flip it before it's time, because the tapioca starch is what makes it real chewy. Okay, so you can see that it's getting cooked. See, so it's kind of time to flip it.
Really? Oh,
just
okay, I see.
Try not to fold it over on itself like that. Just try not to do that. Yeah, because of that tapioca starch. See,
so it's pretty sticky.
Yeah. So now we've flipped it over again for the second time, and you can see it's getting nice and crusty and brown.
Yeah, because we flipped it a little too early,
Yeah,
so we're just going to let it cook
early.
Again on this other side.
Some people mash it down with a spatula, but I don't know why. I don't usually do that.
I always do it because I think it's just because
Maybe
I'm
it
like
gets a little
anxious.
bit more brown. So
oh, look!
Yeah, flip it again, and let's see if
I
that
don't think it's ready. Oh,
side
yeah,
looks more brown. Yeah. Okay, and then we're just going to pop them over there, honey.
It's done?
Yeah. Done. We're just going to put it there because they really need to dry. I don't necessarily add oil every single time. I kind of start off with a little bit of oil in the pan, and then I add it as I need it, just a little bit. But with this recipe, just don't forget. Oh, see, your edges are doing the same thing.
Yeah, so it's just the it's the type of you know what it is.
I don't know if you need to do that. But
that's what I normally do with my pancakes to get the edges correct.
Oh. Because of the tapioca starch, it's super flexible and it will stay like that.
So you can make tacos with this.
Yeah, I make these and they'll last for a week in the fridge. But see, this is, you know, it's not super thin. You could even make it thinner.
I made mine thinner. I already had to flip it.
Yeah, so good with butter. And we're gonna get another pan going here also. We're gonna try something else and see if this kind of controls the edges, doing a smaller pan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that controls the edges much better.
Yeah, so if you're a picky one.
Yeah, if you want them to look prettier. Yeah.
There's some waiting, so that's why we have two pans on the stove.
Two pans going. No, it's lunchtime. Can we have a lunch?
Soon.
Yes.
Very soon. Okay, so next recipe, we're going to be using my fresh basil. One of the other things I wanted to make with my fresh basil, a lot of people love to do the tomato and mozzarella, which I also love, but I like to try to find different things to do with my basil because literally it grows so fast out there, I just like to use it. So fragrant. I just got some different kinds of lettuce. I like to mix all my lettuces, and we're just going to make a salad, and we're going to have some red onion in here, and we've got turkey and feta and apple and blueberries. These almonds in my salad, I use them in almost every kind of salad I make. I like to pair it with a little bit of a sweet dressing. This is the champagne pear vinaigrette from Trader Joe's, and it's really good with all this stuff. It's just so fresh. I love the sweetness of the basil with the fruit. We got more people showing up.
Hi.
There's Amanda. Hey, Luna. Hey, did you come to see everybody? Huh? I took a pretty good nap, huh? Since I left?
Yeah, she suffered, I think.
She looks like she just woke up.
Oh, that's pretty good.
She won't let me like.
Either
You won't let Mama do anything with your hair. So we've got a lot of girls over here, and I thought it might be fun for our last recipe to make a lavender lemonade with mint and blueberries.
So this is like 4 different kinds all together. Okay, so what are we gonna add first?
This.
Okay, put the mint in.
Okay, Amanda brought the lavender. She said this lavender is super concentrated, so it's got a little thing on the top, right? Let me see. Yeah. So it makes it come out slower. It's gonna be good. I thought that was a little strong. You could either do a simple syrup, which you'd have to cook on the stove, or we just like to use stevia. It's really easy and there's no calories.
Yeah, so this is healthy.
Lots of little girls in here. They love getting into my drawers, my pantry.
This is really good.
Oh, good. Yeah, you can't have enough butter, can you?
No.
And you know,
Cannot.
my son Joey always wants to do grass-fed butter, but that's like the one thing I do not like grass-fed butter. Really?
You like grass-fed butter?
grass-fed butter?
Kerrygold butter is so good.
Oh,
Really?
I don't like it.
it.
I can't cook my eggs in it.
It has such a distinct like flavor.
So we're all done cooking for the day, and I will link those recipes down below if you guys want to check them out. I just wanted to say thanks for tuning in, and please don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks a lot. See you guys soon.